Hi guys, it should be about 2 o'clock now and I'm ready to go live. Again, I'm in my beautiful place here in Solaris at Thomas. This time I wouldn't walk around because I've put a little stand in front of me and have my phone put on top of it. So I should be absolutely okay with it. But what I want to say is, do you know, hey Kai, how are you? You are really regular. David, I'm happy to see you here as well. I'm really happy that you are all here already. But do you know what I want to talk to you about today is about decisions, choices we are making in our life, plus their relationship to fear, anxiety, and worries. Most people are not aware of this one right now, but let me start by saying that do you know that whoever you are right now, in your right now height either, in your current position, in your current state of life, in your wherever you are right now, whoever you are right now, whatever you have achieved in your life already, hi Carson, is because it's based on the choices you've made in your life before when you were younger, plus the decisions you've made in your mind when you were younger. So you are the outcome of every decision, unconsciously or consciously, you've made in your life. Now, let me start by defining and talking about choices. And hey, when I say choices, most people know actually that I have a bit of a problem. My German accent with choices. I hope you understand what I mean to say by choices, all right? Now, choices is what we are making every day, right? Think about it. See, we are deciding what restaurant to choose, which restaurant to eat in today, you know? We are thinking about what's the choice today? Do we eat an Italian restaurant, or do we go for Thai food, or do we go for a mamak stall, Indian restaurant? These are choices we are making in our life, and they are pretty easy. Or when you choose your job, did you ever, or when you're, before I talk about the job, when you're in a restaurant, you have the possibility to choose from the menu list, right? You have finally made up your mind, and you decided you go for an Italian restaurant or a mamak stall, and you decide what kind of food to eat. You're going through the manual and you have many choices in front of you, and then ultimately you decide which food to choose. Very easy, very spontaneous. We most of the time don't think much about this, right? We are thinking, we have other choices might be like when we are choosing a product or a service. Do we choose an expensive product, or do we have a more cheaper product? We are thinking about what kind of choice do we have here, what kind of service provider do we take, what kind of offer do we take, what kind of product do we take. Easy as well, getting up early or late in the morning time. What is a time to get up in the morning? I mean, also sometimes a choice to make, right? You are laying in bed and say, I choose to sleep in a little while longer. That's fine. Or we might choose which kind of job or project or client to pursue, and we like it very much. All of that is very easy, right? We think actually, all right? Now in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, we always say choice is better than no choice. Think about that statement, choice is better than no choice. But have you ever heard of people, hi Charlie, hi Vivian, have you ever heard of people saying like, I have no choice? Do you know that these people who are saying, I have no choice, they also made a choice. They said, in their mind, they choose to say, I have no choice. It's a decision they are making at that point of time. And that's okay for most people, because they are not quite aware of the process they are doing inside their head when they talk about choices. Hi again. Because all of us, we have our own internal structure on how we choose certain things, how we go about doing certain things. We have our own internal structure, right? For example, some people, when you give them too many choices, they freak out. They can't decide what their choice to be. And some people then ultimately decide, I don't want to choose anything, I'll stay where I am, I have my older choice, so to speak. They decide again, I don't want to go for any choice because it's too much right now. Other people, you give them one choice and they immediately go for it. For them, it's very, very easy to decide. And some people need a lot of choices, of course. Some people need lesser, some people need more choices in life. That's okay. Some people, when you talk about choices, because it's now we are getting into that stage when we talk about decisions. So we have many choices to do. And sometimes we got to make a decision. So we've got this variety, this possibility, these things in front of us, these options. And then some people have the fear to take it one step further and to make a choice because they are worried to make the wrong choice. They are worried to make the wrong choice. And we talk about worries in a little while. What does it actually mean? What do they do in their mind when they are worried about choices? Oh, I realize it's really, really hot here. Just now it was a heavy rain and I finally decided to... Sunshine came out and now I'm happy actually that I'm out here in my beautiful place, but it's really, really, really hot here, even though I'm standing under a tree, but I enjoy being here because there's a nice breeze. That was my choice. I had to make the decision if I want to do this video in my office in front of the laptop or if I want to go down here into my little jungle, little park to make that little video here. And that's a choice to make, right? And when we make choices, or when we don't make choices, or we have too many choices or too little choices, emotions always come to play. Which one to choose? And most of the time people have a certain fear, certain anxiety, not knowing what they really want to do. Now, let's talk about the so-called normal people, right? Because sometimes people narrow down their choices and then they decide, they make a decision. They have narrowed down the choice and say, I want to go for that one right now. So most of the time it sounds easy because think about it. Let's go back to choices. All of our choices are based on our values and beliefs that were installed inside of us when we were a child, when we were a toddler, when we were even younger than a toddler. So we got to go back because values and beliefs are installed in us through our upbringing. Be it from school, be it from our parents and their relationship to friends and people on what they say, society, what do they say, what are the choices that are allowed in a society, what are the choices that are not allowed, eliminated by society. So some societies, some cultures decide what is your choice and you don't have any other choice but the choice provided by the culture, by society. And of course, accumulated throughout our history, throughout our upbringing. We are accumulating experiences and then we decide that's our choice, it's not our choice, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Now let's talk about decisions. Most of the time we can actually decide very quickly, right? We don't need to think much, and that's a problem actually. We decide in the morning time, and I get up in the morning time, I don't need to think about what kind of coffee to take. I just take a coffee because I love coffee. Or I don't need to think about what kind of clothes I wear. I just grab a t-shirt or ironing and I wear it. So I'm not thinking much about it. I just decide unconsciously what is that I want to wear, what is what I want to do. Most of the time we are driving off at the same time. We decide quickly, let's leave our house now. We got to go to work or we got to do certain things. These are choices and decisions we make very quickly without much thinking. Don't need much evaluation. Imagine you would think about what do I need to eat in the morning time? We just do it, right? In decisions, I want to differentiate two factors which might or might not be true. When we do make decisions, we can make decisions upon evaluation of our choices about choosing or deciding on a product or a service. And that's when you Google it up, you find out that decisions are supposed to be made rationally, evaluating of criteria and factors and what needs to be done or not. And then we narrow down the choices and ultimately decide what product or service to choose. That's relatively easy. It's like evaluating what kind of phone to buy. Imagine when I buy a phone or when I buy an electronic product, I really evaluate my choices first for a long time. And then ultimately I decide which product to choose. Most of the time it's an iPhone nowadays, okay? But I still evaluate, of course. All right? So that's easy as a decision-making criteria. I just evaluate certain benefits and features of certain stuff, and I just do it. What video to watch, what movie to go to, I'm quickly evaluating the type of genre I like to watch, and I just do it. I decide very quickly on this one. But then we have the lifestyle choices. When we decide on this one, then it gets more critical in our decisions. For example, take it easy, but if you want to choose a partner, a life partner, that's a decision that you're making ultimately, which has long-term consequences. Most people decide to marry when they are pretty young, in their 20s. And it's a decision that will last for centuries maybe, okay, if you believe in life after. So, or it might take until you're 60 or 70 or 80. You gotta stick with the same partner somewhere along the line. It's a decision you're making. What job you're taking. Imagine you're coming out of school or your college and you're deciding the type of job you're choosing. It's a lifestyle choice, and most people just grab the job that is available to them because at least I got a job. They just do it. And that's a sad part, because it determines your outcome ultimately, how much you achieve in your life. And it's kind of terrible when people start to work, they choose a job, and they are saying like, I'm working in this job for 2, 3, 4 years, and then they realize it's not quite the job I want to have. I want to do something else. Somewhere along that line, they might have wasted 4 or 5 years of their life where they could have done something much more interestingly, much more beneficial to them. But it's a decision people make sometimes in life. For me, it was, of course, without much thinking at that point of time, which country to live in. When I got my job offer from the UNDP, my dream was to live overseas. And I didn't think much when I decided I want to go to work in Malaysia in '93, long time back. It was a decision that lasts until now. Very easy, right? What studies to take. We also make these lifetimes choices and decisions, what we decide. So after the choices get narrowed down, then we decide. Now here comes a problem. Most of the decisions we are in today, or most of the situations we are in today, yes, I just said that already, your current decisions are based on your past. How is the relationship? See, you are the product, you are the outcome. You are the product and the outcome of your conscious and unconscious decisions you in your mind made when you were a little child. How is it going? Let me give you an example. As a child, you don't have any relationship to money, right? You just spend it because you don't know the value of money. You haven't captured it, you haven't coded it in your mind. You just would like to spend, you see a price product, it says 99 ringgit or 999 ringgit or 9 ringgit 99 cents. You don't know if it's a lot or a little. You just want to buy it as a child. Now here comes your parents, right? How does the parents do that? Your parents say, no, that's too expensive, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. Oh no, that is like not for you because you're a boy or you're a girl and you can't play with this toy because, hey, you are supposed to be a good boy. And you make that little decisions in your mind. Or, as I do in my NLP training, say, when you see your parents fighting about money, and you love your parents, and you don't know about money, but you love your mama, you love your papa, and you know when these two people that you love so dearly, when they fight about money, you don't want to have money. You made a decision in your mind. You make those unconscious and emotional decisions when you are younger. And the decisions are oftentimes accompanied by emotions. When you are emotionally in an upheaval decisions mode, you make those decisions. Let me repeat that again. When you are emotionally in an upheaval state, in a strange state, in an angry or unhappy state, then you make decisions, long-lasting decisions, because you create that instant imprint into your mind. Please give me a like if you agree with what I said right now. I'm waiting for your likes. When you are in an emotional state, you are happy or you are angry and you are really upset, then suddenly you've made the decision of saying, yeah, I don't want this or I want this. Thank you for your likes. I appreciate that very much. And these emotionally charged decisions imprint into your life and they carry on until today. Because you might decide when you see your parents fight about money, you don't want to have such thing like money in your life. You reject it. You have no idea what it is, but you say, I don't want it. Boom. And you do this once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you start to establish a limiting belief in your mind. It might be also an empowering belief, and you're saying, when your parents come to you, of course, and they say, it's easy to make money. Money is everywhere. Money grows on trees, like here right now, all around is money, 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 so much money around. If your parents believe that there are opportunities everywhere, and you realize it's really working, your parents support you, and you make in your mind the decision as well, yeah, I can make money out of nothing, out of air I can create money. Then you create another decision. Emotionally charged, that's the magic formula, the magic statement around this one. And ultimately, those decisions start sinking into your unconscious mind, and they become your lens. They become what you believe it is right now. They become like, it's hard to make money. It's hard to make money. Can you hear me? It's hard to make money. It's hard to make money. Or, yeah, it's easy to make money. It's easy to make money. But these are the lenses. We can't see anything left or right of us anymore, because that's how it is. Our mind starts to believe it, and we are no longer conscious about the decisions we are making. And then we are running our life based on this one. Similar situation in any area of your life. Be it a relationship. It's easy to make friends with everybody. Kids don't have any problem making friends. Hey, next to me is a playground. Not many kids right now because it rained earlier. But kids can play with anybody. They have no challenge whatsoever. They just talk to each other. They play. They don't care about religion. They don't care about ethnic group. They don't care if you're older or younger. They don't care if you're obese or skinny. They just play with you. Until the parents come in and say, you can't play this one, you can't play that one. And boom, you start forming a belief again in your life, and that becomes your lens of how you look at the world, how you evaluate people. You understand that? I guess you understand that. And can you please give me a like if you understand it? Because I'm trying to find out what I want to say next. The next part is really about how is a relationship do worries, because that's most of the time the interesting part. See, I mentioned we make many, many, many decisions in our life pretty instantly. What kind of coffee to drink, what kind of food to eat once we've decided on the restaurant, what kind of food to eat. We have our very quick unconscious decision that we are taking over and over and over again, and our mind is used to it. Your unconscious mind is used to making many decisions very quickly. Even if how you drive your car, you don't need to think about it, how you drive your car. Now the thing is, your mind created that comfort zone that makes you feel really comfortable. The word comfortable. So your mind's main function, as you still remember from my NLP training, is actually to protect you. Don't step out of your comfort zone because it's scary. Somebody might eat you up if you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And the moment you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you want to grow, you want to do something new, your mind freaks out and holds you back, and fear comes in, and worries comes in. That's the easy part. Because, hey, you want to step out of your comfort zone because maybe you want to grow, you want to learn something new. The main thing is, of course, as well, because let's not scientifically base what I say right now, but it's a bit on how I thought about recently about certain things. Think about that, and please comment if what I say next makes sense to you. Our normal life, we just run it. We don't think much. We do our work, most of us in a very unconscious manner. We do our project, we run our life, we eat. We don't need to think about it. Little choices in between, little decisions in between. But it's not dangerous, it's not scary. When you do something that suddenly is out of the normal, and you are starting to move slowly doing that thing. You are hesitating. You are starting to do certain things slowly, carefully, considerate, very consciously based. Your mind says, oops, something is going on here. Earlier on, this person moved very fast. Suddenly, he slows down. Don't know what's going on, but it must be scary. It must be worrying. Early on, everything was safe and sound and comfortable, and we moved fast. Suddenly, we move slowly. And then your mind comes in and says, don't do it, step back, fear, worry, scared. This is coming up. Do I make sense to you? It's a little bit of a thinking recently when I started to do a lot of new things. Hi, Matt. A bit later, but you're okay that you are here right now. I'm happy to see you. Let me repeat this one more time because it's really scary. Many things in our life we do over and over and over again. We don't think much, we just do it. And then we do something new. Then we hesitate. Then we are confused. We are waiting a little while. We are doing something new. And then our mind freaks out because earlier it realized we are doing our thing fast, and now we are hesitating. Fear, danger, scary, a challenge must be around, and your mind is trying to pull you back in your comfort zone. So the moment you are hesitating, your mind takes this little fraction of a second and says, stop, back, fear, don't do it. That's a time of change. And that's really the time when you actually have to move on. Do not think much when you feel that fear, you've got to move on. But let's talk about, getting a bit noisy here because it's getting okay, the motorcycle is gone, somebody had to have this loud now sound. Let's talk about how do you change your beliefs or your choices. First of all, realize how many choices do you need to feel comfortable. One choice enough, two choices enough, three choices enough, until you freak out and say it's too much. There is a certain number within yourself that says this is just about the right number for me to start making a decision. It's your own personal magic number. Number one. Secondly, set goals. And I'm not kidding, set goals. Because the moment you set goals, they're not just little goals, not just easy goals, but goals that stretch you. Something that you want to achieve over the next year, 2 years, 5 years, something that stretches you, that causes you that fear inside, anxiety inside, hesitation inside. Write down those goals and then imagine this goal and what will this goal allow you to do. Really vividly play it out in your mind. And then work your way backwards from that goal to now. Create a plan. What do you want to achieve tomorrow? And then set time aside. Set time aside at least 2 hours a day when you really start working on your goal. Set those 2 hours aside. It's your choice, it's your decision that you say, I want to spend 2 hours, hey, even 1 hour a day on working on my goal, working on my dream. You want to make that true. After a while, because initially the first step must be so easy. So your mind does not freak out, your mind feels comfortable because, hey, it's just 1 hour, it's just a little bit to do. And it's not worrying right now. But the moment you start working on your goal, something magical is starting to happen. Because you start creating building blocks and you start to move forward. And the next day you start doing something else again. And you start moving towards your goal again. And the first week, you worked 10 hours on your goal. 10 hours is nearly 1 full day. You have made progress already. You start getting comfortable. And the next week you have 20 hours of work on your goal. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And when you feel the hesitation, when you feel the anxiety within yourself, acknowledge it. Say, okay, I know I'm feeling anxious right now. What do I need to do to start feeling okay? That's the magic to change. That's how you start slowly creating change in your life. That's what I want to share with you today. I'm really happy that some people watched here. If you like that video, then share it with your friends. If you got questions, type it into the comment box. I'm following through. I want to listen to your comments. I'm going to answer those comments. And most likely I'm going to do more videos about decisions and choices and beliefs, because it's really such a big, big topic to me right now. Share it with your friends. Like that video. Give a comment. Stay in touch. Become my friend. And create your life. And let me know how it goes. Thank you and bye-bye. Oh yeah, before I forget, I gotta say something. My name is Andreas, for you who don't know me. My company name is Asia Mind Dynamics, and I would love to get to know you personally and shake your hands. Thank you very much, bye-bye, and you create your life. Bye-bye. I gotta click. Didn't click.